Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of week. It is episode 19 of the Space City Sports Talk Podcast,
H-Town's trillest sports podcast.
I am the host, Marco Alvarado, alongside the co-host,
Corben Carter-Dixon here. What's up, people?
And today, another special guest, very famous on Twitter, if I say so.
A very good main customer of mine, actually.
And he goes by Space Lawyer. How we doing, brother?
Hey guys, how's it going? Glad to be here.
Well, I'm actually glad to have you on here.
Oh, I know.
Oh wow.
We are glad to have you on here.
I'm very good. I mean,
this is going to be good.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty good,
This
man.
is going to be very difficult because on Twitter you only get like a certain number of characters, and here I can actually talk, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm actually pretty excited because not only is this episode 19, this is the postseason preview
of the ALDS, which takes place tomorrow.
Some of us are still in the postseason, unlike the Yankees.
Oh
wow. Ooh.
I wasn't going to go there, but
hey, drop the mic on that.
New home of Spirit Halloween.
Woo!
Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
You know, by the way, if I might go into it, that's actually the second best Yankees loss of the entire year. The first one being, of course, when Altuve ripped his jersey off.
Oh yeah, that really gave me a good buzz. You know what I mean?
Actually, I think the point was there was no buzzers.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, I've said it in past episodes, people, but if you're one of them little bozos that believe that there was a buzzer involved or anything above, you know, you are crazy, okay? You are definitely crazy. If you have something electrical, like a buzzer, your body's going to have a reaction, people. Let's think about this, you know, thoroughly.
For everybody who is listening to Stephen A. and Max Kellerman, apparently you're very idiotic for hearing that crap.
Yes, and I agree with that. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the postseason preview.
This is a Houston sports podcast, so why am I even talking about the Yankees?
Wow. We're starting
Well, they're probably at home listening to this because they don't have postseason baseball to watch anymore.
I mean, they can take their hot dogs and choke all the way back to New York.
Time to watch their parents perform in the playoffs.
Yep. In an actual round where it matters.
Yeah. Wild card, in my opinion, that's not even the postseason. That's just like getting into the postseason.
Literally.
Thank you.
Like the bubble. That's literally the bubble.
They could have even had home field advantage in the postseason if Altuve didn't take it away from them.
Wow.
Oh, Russ coming on here dropping bars on here.
I'm really glad we didn't re-sign Cole because we would only get 2 innings out of him in this postseason.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Do you believe he's a scumbag for leaving us?
As an affiliate of myself,
tell the truth.
I don't know.
Okay.
If I were offered that amount of money to wet the bed in National Stadium on the wild card game, I might do it. That's a lot of money. Can you imagine having 9 years watching that? I feel so sorry for New York. I mean, right now we should all be praying for New York. They got 8 more, 9 more, 10 more. Yeah, who many knows how many more years of that?
He got 7 more years to be exact.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's a drought.
So, the Astros, I mean, well, before we get into it, just a little rundown. But for the new viewers that, if you're coming from Space Lawyer or if you're coming from Town.Digital, which I think he should be joining us here pretty soon, because he did say last episode that he was
going to join, yes.
So, I mean, we're still waiting on the call from him, but for any new viewers out there, this is a Houston sports podcast, obviously, and it is just fans that love the sport.
Love the city of Houston. Very loyal.
Yes, very, very loyal. So the last time we recorded Corb, the Stros were on their way to clinching when they should have clinched a long time ago. When I mean a long time ago.
I'm getting past that sweep in Oakland.
You know, it is what it is.
Yeah,
the last time we recorded was the 27th when they had the series before the series against Tampa Bay and Oakland, and that was basically the last 2 episodes of. the last 2 series of the episode. Space Lawyer, you got something to say?
Hey, are we supposed to raise our hand when we have like something to say? Because I'm going to raise my hand. But here's what I want to say. What I want to say about that is the last time that the Astros got swept by Oakland in September was 2017, and they went on to win the World Series. So this year's a World Series lock. You heard it here first. Space Lawyer exclusive. You can't argue with that kind of data. This heavy level of analytics. That's science,
Especially
man.
with the little hurricane that Houston had.
That's right. It counts. Count it.
And then they say
my-
bringing back Marwin. You know, this feels like 2017 all over again.
Count it.
Okay.
it.
Go ahead, Mar.
Okay.
Continue.
I'm not gonna downplay that or anything. I'm just gonna let it roll. So, the last time we recorded, the Tampa Bay series was about to kick off, and the Astros clinched AL West division, which was expected.
For the 4th time in the last 5 years.
And the team that talked the most crap in the AL, they're not even in the postseason. They're not. They got kicked to the curb. And I think that's
Who's
just
that? Who got kicked to the curb?
irrelevant. They're irrelevant. They're fighting for their own stadium right now.
Basically Oakland.
Oh, Oakland.
Second of all, y'all couldn't even like get past Seattle, for God's sake. Y'all basically like almost got swept out the building.
You
Actually,
see, that's how irrelevant they are in my mind. I didn't
Exactly.
even know who you guys were talking about.
And then we're also going to talk about Pastor E's Houston Texans.
the biggest church in Houston, Texas, known as NRG.
They didn't play at the biggest church in the United States, Corb. I don't know why you get it wrong. It's the biggest church in the United States.
Nah, that's where the Rockets used to play.
Wow. Wow. Anyways, Pastor E's team did not handle business in Buffalo, which was expected.
Lost. Wait, we'll
40 to
get
0.
into 40 to 0.
40 to 0, and we will have our insights on that. And Rockets basketball finally kicked off last night on
Preseason.
on Tuesday against the
Washington
Wizards,
Wizards.
and Toyota Center was jumping on a Tuesday night for preseason action. But before we get into any of the action, I need to give a shout out to our venue where we are currently recording, and it's called the Flat Bar. Shout out to the owner, DJ Sun, who graciously let us have a little table where we are recording this episode. So big ups to him. If you're ever looking for a chill spot to just lay back, unwind, have yourself a couple drinks and whatnot,
Mojito in specific.
come on down to the Flat. They also have live music over here as well. So with that being said, is there anything else y'all would like to say before we jump into this postseason preview?
Let's jump in. Let's just jump in,
Okay,
because
let's go.
I'm real ready for this. I'm ready.
Space Lawyer?
Let's do it.
All right. Gentlemen, it's that time. It is October. It is postseason ball. We already got a lick of it yesterday while the Rockets were playing.
Which doesn't even, the wild card doesn't count.
Yankees got a lick of it.
The Yankees got a lick of it.
But the thing is, what I'm trying to go with this is,
Okay.
we got a taste of what an atmosphere it is like in postseason. Remember, in 2020, there was no fans anywhere, and they did that big old wild card format, so on and so
Now
So
forth.
it's
one
like
year.
we're going to be playing in Tampa, right? Where there are no fans.
Wow. Hey, you're
You're
on
just
it today.
on something
You're on
today.
something today.
You were.
What did you have to drink?
Just club soda they gave me here. Like, I literally said something boring, and club soda is what they gave me.
You just dropped the mic again. Like,
But that's true, though. Tampa doesn't have any fans.
No.
because the only time that fans actually
Why
show
would
up
they?
are during the postseason. If you think about it.
Don't go to God's waiting room.
They're all watching Brady.
Wow.
Wow.
He said it.
He said it. He said
I'm
it.
not going to say it. I'm not going to
We
say
ain't
it.
gonna say it.
Anyways, basically what I'm trying to say here, gentlemen, is that if you felt the tension in the air, the atmosphere that Fenway had to just produce, imagine what the house is going to be like whenever Minute comes back, when there wasn't no fans last year in the postseason. We all know postseason ball,
Is heaven.
whole different ball game. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But it's just, the atmosphere is so crazy. But before we get into the postseason, we have to dive in on the climb that the Astros had to get to in order for them to get in there.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
with that being said, they started off the series against Tampa Bay, which me and Corb were arguing that Corb was going for. You said we were going to sweep, right?
I don't think I said.
But you,
Okay, I think episode 12 leading in.
I think you
yeah,
did.
I think I did say sweep.
Wait a
right.
second. Your take was that we were going to sweep the number one team in the AL?
Well, at that time,
Because we were fighting for the number
I love
one
it.
seed. That's
Okay.
why. That's why I said that. Because I said if we would have won out, and then if the Tampa Bay Rays would have, knocked off the Yankees all 3 games by a lucky infield hit, which didn't even. Oh my God, I'm not even gonna get into
It
that.
is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, look,
but if we would have won out, basically.
Go ahead. Sorry.
If we would have won out, basically, and the Rays would have did their thing against the Yankees, swept them, we would have had the number 1 seed. And if we didn't lose to Oakland, get swept by Oakland, of course, on the road, we probably would have still got the number 1 seed.
Yes.
At home, on the road, doesn't matter. We're winning it all either way.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, Russ.
Okay.
All right, Russ.
Okay.
Space Lord, we got you.
Hey, last season we did so well, and it was entirely on the road.
That's
That
true.
is true.
That is true.
In
No
the
fans in
2019
attendance.
World
nothing
Series,
happening.
we only won on the road. Hey,
That's
can
true.
we play all the games on the road? Let's play all the games
I
on
would
the road.
love to play all the games on the road. I was actually present for 5 games on the road.
It was 3 against the Texas Rangers.
No, I went to 2. I was DJing.
wait,
I was
2.
DJing that
Sorry.
Saturday night. And I
2
was just
against
too tired.
2 against the Rangers, 3 against the White Sox.
So you went to the White Sox Stadium. What's the atmosphere there like?
Oh Lord, let him explain.
Let me give you a rundown of what I experienced.
Preach to him.
I
Come on,
was
Pastor Emi.
well. Check it out.
Oh man.
Wow.
Go ahead, Bart. Go
So
ahead,
check
Bart.
this out. I was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it was a weekend series. The Friday night game, I was in the outfield and left center field. So everybody's hot, tensions were, very terrible, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's flicking me off. Everybody is telling me cheater, blah, blah, blah. Somebody had a sign in front of me that said the Astros stole my other sign that I had, blah,
They
blah,
were
blah.
calling you a cheater.
Yes.
Who was this?
The
Was this
Sox fans.
a man with a beard?
Everything.
A Dallas Keuchel?
I said that. I said that to somebody. I said, a player of ours that played on the 27 roster is literally outside the stadium on a big
Billboard.
poster
Yeah.
that's repping your South Side uniforms. Front and center. He's the front person.
These people, they don't even know what they're talking
Well, they're
about.
from the South Side of Chicago. They're not really, You see, my other team is the Cubs. Those people are civilized. It's Wrigleyville. They're very friendly. Yada yada yada.
But when you
I'm
go
cool
to
with
the
them.
South Side, it's hardcore.
Yes, the South Side is very rough. It's very rough. Very, very rough. So Friday night, Lance was on the mound, and he had a rocky inning. First inning, he gave up a triple. Then he gave up a double to score a run.
But then kept it.
Right. No outs were made in the first game by the outfield. All the outs were made by the infield. So that should tell you something. How well of a game he pitched. Anyways.
He's going to have one of those tomorrow. You heard it here first.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel about you.
You can't deal with this level of confidence?
No, I can't.
Yo, you're talking to a man that dresses up like an astronaut and goes to the baseball games. What's more confident than that?
Point taken. Anyways, so whenever it was towards the end of the game, the Stros destroyed the Sox that first night.
It was 7-1 actually to recap on that. Plus,
Yes.
Lance went 7 innings and only gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and 2 walks, and actually struck out 10 batters.
Yep. He did. And somebody tried throwing their drink at me while I was at the ballpark, but they hit the guy behind us. So they failed. They failed with that. They hit the guy behind me. So the reason why how I felt it is because I felt the drink on my legs, like the splash. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe somebody behind us was walking and they spilled it on accident because I didn't feel it on my back, but I felt it on my leg. So you would think, first thing, okay, maybe they dropped it. But then I started looking. I looked behind to see what's happening. Homie, his back right shoulder was splattered with Coke. I'm like, they tried throwing it. I was like, wait a minute. I was looking at my uniform. I was looking at my jersey. I was working at Jackie Robinson jersey.
Yes, you were. That you bought from me, I think, a few days before.
I just
prior.
don't understand why those White Sox people would throw a drink at a Jackie Robinson jersey.
Because they went through a whole bunch of years of suffering for one.
They hit their own kind. So you know what I did? I turned around. I said, "Who did it? What's up?" Nobody said a word.
Then your cousin was there too with you.
Well, that was the second day.
That was the second day.
This is the first day. So that happened. And another.
It's a real shame that these White Sox fans don't have better aim. You actually expect a little bit more talent coming out of them.
And you want to know something? The crazy thing is that they say they're like, these people, they were like, your jersey isn't even no name. Like, it's big, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, it's no name? Really? If you look at the...
I think that's the point.
If you look at that banner over there, it was all the retired numbers. That number is over there, scumbag.
Yeah.
Smart guy. And he was like, and then you know what he was like? He was like, oh, snap, you're right, my fault, you're right.
No, you just don't know baseball, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole
42 is retired everywhere.
Yes, it is 42, but
the whole point is that when Robinson was playing, one of his teammates said to him, maybe one day they won't be able to tell us apart, right?
Yes.
And I know his teammate is...
Exactly, and I like that because he was the first...
Pee-wee.
You know who that was? Pee-wee.
He was the first... I'm not. What can I say?
First player of color to actually break the barrier,
because he broke that barrier, and then takes with me because now there's a lot of Hispanic players and black players and all these other ethnicities that are playing in the league today.
And to piggyback off what you said, then as Jackie Robinson went away, Roberto Clemente came into the league and carried on.
And what is he? Hispanic.
He's Puerto Rican.
They need to retire his number around.
They do.
everywhere.
Exactly. They need to do it.
They do. They need. I'm Puerto Rican myself, so it would actually mean a lot to me if they were to do that.
Because if we all can wear 42, why can't we all wear 21?
Exactly. But holding that thought, we got Town.Digital. Town.Digital, are you there?
Yes, sir. What's up?
What's up, man? What's up? You're here live on Space City Sports Talk.
Wow, so it already started then.
Yeah, we already started, brother. We got Corben here, and then we have our other guest, Space Lawyer. So, it's not just us three. We added Space Lawyer.
Oh, nice to meet you, man. Second time here on the board.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
So just to fill you in on what's going on, Space Lawyer asked what my experience was in Chicago whenever I went up there. So I'm going over that right now.
Sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah, it gets way better than that. So I'm gonna bring you in, Town.Digital. Give me 1 second, brother.
All right, cool.
So that was the first night.
With Space Lawyer.
What'd you say?
That I'm familiar with Space Lawyer. I don't know if it's the same guy that.
Whoa! Objection!
Like a big following.
I object.
You object?
Yeah, he said he's unfamiliar with Space Lore, so I object.
He says he's.
Oh, you are familiar.
Familiar. Yeah.
I withdraw my objections.
Yeah, he's actually pretty big on Twitter.
Oh, then it's him. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So anyways, back to my experience. So that was game one. The Astros came in there and they took care of business like they should have. Game two, national televised game on Fox. I was sitting in right field and I was with my cousin, thankfully. So, stuff was there. People were kind of giving me crap, the people behind us, but they were really cool. I was really cool with them, whatever, because I'll take whatever heat, but if they talk smack to me, I know what to say back. I'm not going to sit there and just take it. And you know that, Corp. Anyways.
I know you.
So, they tried getting smart with me. I'm getting smart with them. So I would say, they would clap back at me saying, oh, y'all cheated, y'all suck, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, really?
Y'all keep repeating the same stuff.
I told homeboy, really? What'd y'all do at Minute Maid this past year? And back in June? Huh? 4 games? Huh? 4 games, right? Yeah. How's that record looking? Huh? 4 games. Shut them right up.
We should have talked about the crime rate in Chicago. That would shut them up.
I should, but I love Chicago. Chicago has a special place in my heart. Anyways, we got destroyed 12, no, was it 10-2?
Yeah,
10-1?
10-2.
And a trash can was thrown, an inflatable one, and I was literally like a section over from whenever it was being thrown.
10-1, actually.
Whenever Abraham Toro scored the home run, someone threw a hot dog at me. And I asked them, what's up? What's good? And homeboy literally, but the people yesterday, ran away.
The hot dogs there at Comiskey must not be very good.
I don't even eat Chicago dogs. That's just me. So that was game 2. Game 3, we
lost 4-0.
We lost 4-0, but we sat behind the dugout. So I was 2 rows behind the Astros dugout. Yuli gave me a ball from the first inning, and somebody was trying to talk smack to me. He was like, oh, you're over here supporting us. Thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, first of all, homeboy, I didn't buy my ticket from y'all. I bought it from a reseller, so I'm not supporting none. The only time you'll catch me supporting y'all if I'm getting something from like the concession stand because everybody has to eat.
I mean, you really should support them because it's a poverty franchise that hasn't been in the postseason for a very long time.
Since 2005.
Wow. And they're always changing their names on their stadium.
Second of all, if y'all wanted us so bad last season, why didn't you beat the Oakland A's, for God's sake?
Why didn't you get even the playoffs?
They were in the
They were in the wild card, remember?
No, that doesn't count.
The wild, yeah.
I know, but still, though, if you wanted us so badly last season, why didn't you beat us? Why couldn't you take care of the Oakland A's? Y'all, but
yeah, basically that was my experience in Chicago. So now going back to present day, yes, the Tampa Bay Rays came into Houston, and we beat them 4-3 the first night. I was there Tuesday, and we lost 0-7 when there were some streakers on the field.
Yes, there were some streakers on the field.
Town.Digital, did you see the streakers on the field that day? Is he there?
I did.
Oh, what'd you say?
I'm here.
You did see him?
Yeah, I think I saw him, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, there were streakers on the field, and there was 2 of them. Lawyer, anything you want to say about that?
Hey, those guys made a complete mockery of the security team there, juking them at every turn.
Yes.
Man, I was so embarrassed. Texans should sign them, man.
Wow.
Honestly, going into the postseason, I would want to see a little bit more hustle from the security guards. They looked like they were one donut away from taking a nap.
Oh!
Texans DBs.
Yeah. Literally.
He cutting them deep.
Literally.
Chandler Rome, the Astros beat writer reporter, said it.
Yeah. Chandler Rome did say that.
Guys look like fools.
Yeah, it did. Anyways, so we lost 0-7, but then the night that everybody was waiting on finally happened the next day. And a 3-2 win. The Astros clinched the AL West.
Shout out to Wolfman Lance, Lance McCullers Jr., who actually went 6 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, gave up only 2 runs, 1 walk, and actually struck out 4 batters, which isn't bad, actually. The bullpen held up their end of the bargain, and after that, AL West Division champs for 4th year out of 5 years.
I'll take that.
I'll take it.
I'll take that any day of the
I'm
week.
still having a mild cardiac event toward the end of that game. I'm still feeling it. My nerves were rocking. I didn't know if they were going to pull it off.
One wrong game. It came down to the last out.
Basically, when Altuve messed up on that juggling the ball, and then
It wouldn't have happened if Ryan Presley
It's
didn't
almost
allow
like
it.
postseason fielding Altuve showed up a little bit early.
Wow.
he talking about 2020. I know what he talking about.
Wow.
All them errors that he made, and he kept. Okay, I see where you're going with that.
Well,
All right.
I have no comment.
That should
whatsoever.
be motivation, though.
So then, anyways, after we clinched, Oakland A's came back into town. We lost 6-8 the first game, beat that butt 10-4 the next game, and to cap off the season, 7-6 walk off by Yuli.
Who's actually your AL batting champion at
nice.
318?
Yeah, and that was really nice. Town.Digital, what do you have to say about Yuli getting the batting title?
It's big coming up in the postseason. It shows that, pitchers have to be careful at, pitching on him because Yuli Gurriel is obviously the best hitter in the AL this year, and they got to have some respect in his name.
By the way, Yuli is also the 6th oldest player to actually win the batting title at age 37.
About to turn 38, which is crazy.
Yep. That's good. Lawyer, anything you want to say about Yuli getting the batting title?
Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't really relate to Yuli Gurriel. My heart goes out to poor Tony Kemp standing out there watching his old teammates.
Oh, yeah. That became a meme.
Who was actually getting hits and getting bad luck at the same time.
that was
Bandy Boy
funny.
Tony Kemp was getting it done. Man, I wish I still had him. We love him. No disrespect to Tony Kemp. Wish he was still here. Class act, but my heart, I just feel so bad for him.
I felt bad for
I
him,
felt bad too.
I felt really bad
He
because
was really doing it, though. He was really doing it.
that is one good ball player that everybody sleeps on, and it's crazy how much he.
As a utility, you can put him anywhere.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
And you want to know what's also crazy about that last game, Mar? Dusty Baker actually made a suggestion, and we actually got a small taste of it on that game in the last game against Oakland.
Okay.
We saw Greinke come out the bullpen.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That looked good at first for the first 2 innings, and then he lost
He gave up a home run.
Just didn't have it.
Well, granted, it was
to
his
Seth
first game
Brown,
back.
but at the same time, Dusty Baker did say he did talk to Greinke about actually coming out the
we were gonna blow that
bullpen.
game away. I mean, it was a meaningless game, but it would have been nice to finish the season with a win, which we did. But it was not gonna be a good look going into the postseason like that.
A win is a win.
A win is a win. Russ, anything you have to say?
Yeah, on that point, prediction time. So I predict it's going to be World Series Game 7, tied game, and then Greinke's going to come into the 7th inning to finish what he started in 2019.
Ooh.
There's no AJ Hinch to pull him, and Dusty's going to put him in. He's going to get the win. You heard it here first. That's a
Oh my God. You are going all out tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I mean, actually, I think I'm incorrect because the Astros are going to sweep whoever's in the World Series in 4 games. So it might.
Oh my gosh. Town.Digital, please.
Please comment on that.
Calm the nerves. Did you hear?
Come to know what happened.
Please.
Calm the nerves, please.
Cámate. I don't know how to feel about that, man. I really don't, because
We love your confidence, Russ.
oh, we do,
We
believe
do,
me, but it's just,
there's always a challenge to everything,
first of all, we got to get through Chicago.
which is our biggest test.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
that's happening. It's happening in 3 games. What are you talking about? We're going
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Russ, I don't know if you heard the last
Who got
episode.
their tickets for Game 5? It's not going to happen here.
Look, I've told Town.Digital this. I told Corben this. I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You don't want to mess with a Chicago team come the postseason. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter how well. It
Honestly,
doesn't matter how
I
bad they
think
suck.
The Astros are due for a postseason win against the Chicago team.
You don't want to mess with them. It's a whole different environment, bro. Like, Chicago teams in the postseason. Chicago is one of the most toughest places to play in the postseason, next to New York and next to whatever major market city.
Okay, then why on earth have the Chicago Bulls have not won a championship
guess
since
you could
Michael
say
Jordan then?
The
Plays like that.
Bulls have nothing going for them.
Yeah, I know, but you keep saying
you wanna
it's always
bring- you wanna-
tough-
It's scary this year.
You want to bring up the Bulls? Hang on, Town.Digital. You want to bring up the Bulls?
No, wait, hold on. I'm just putting it in a scenario. What?
Lamar
You always want to
Jackson,
put it as a
football.
Chicago thing, but I'm like, come on.
During the
How about whenever?
Last year,
Okay. Time out.
Wait,
How about
wait,
no.
Why you gotta bring up? Why you gotta
How
bring up
about
the?
whenever Derrick Rose was going off and they hit that classic buzzer beater against the Cavaliers?
That's one game.
Okay, that's one game. That's fine.
But you always bring it up as
there's
if
no-
look, just listen to me. I just want you to listen to me. You always
Listen to
bring
him.
it up.
He thinks he knows
Is this
it.
a Houston podcast?
It is a Houston
Chicago
sports
Bulls
podcast. I'm telling
But
you,
why you
nobody
keep
cares
why you-
about the Bulls in
but why you-
Chicago.
But why you keep bringing up the fact that when it's a Chicago team?
Because Chicago
Give me a
is a
reason.
baseball, football, and hockey city. It's not like that. Like whenever Jordan left, it's been blank for the Bulls. Fan wise,
I'm just talking about Chicago. Period. That's
okay,
it.
we can talk about Chicago, but I'm telling you, I've been there. I have family that literally live up there, and they tell me this on a daily basis. My point being is, Houston's gonna get a good taste of postseason in Chicago.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's the Cubs, regardless if it's the
White Sox.
Sox, regardless if it's any team.
The first time since 2005,
Yes.
basically. Except this time we're in the AL.
But that could play a big factor.
I mean, it could, but like all the boos just simply make our team stronger. Whenever Altuve gets booed, he just becomes stronger, like the Incredible Hulk.
That's a good take.
I mean, AB is never phased by the pressure in the postseason because who knows, he might just hit a homer tomorrow. Because remember, on October 5th,
Don't say it. Stop it. Okay, stop
every
it.
time it's October 5th, AB always hits a home run.
Stop it. Okay. Stop it. I don't like this.
It's like tension being built up.
Yes, I don't like it.
Bregman's gonna hit a ton.
He's
Bregman's
nervous.
gonna hit like a ton of home runs. in the
Town.Digital,
game.
please say something that is not along the lines of what they're saying. Please.
Could be anything, I guess.
That doesn't really help, but thank you.
Town.Digital, you know what we talking about. You've seen the past in which, every time we get into the postseason somehow, ever since 2017, basically, AB always somehow turns out hitting a home run in the first or second game in Houston every time we have an opponent. Am I correct?
Yes.
It's like a volcano that builds up. Bregman was supposed to hit a home run this October 5th, but there was no game on October 5th, so it's just gonna explode next game. Watch.
Oh, but don't worry, it just entertaining because we saw the Yankees suffer.
By the way, what do you have to say about the the Flankies from New York on the Lower East Side. What do you have to say about them?
Oh man, I was enjoying myself so much yesterday. That was amazing, and I'm waiting for the same fate to happen to the Dodgers tonight.
Oh my gosh! Can we get a score update, Corb, on the Dodgers and Cardinals?
It's tied 1-1.
It is tied.
Yeah, the score's 1-1 right now.
Jesus.
And Justin Thornton just had a home run earlier in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Wow. Wow. Okay, look. Postseason preview. Your Game 1 starter for tomorrow for your beloved Houston Astros, America's team. Yes, Corb, I said it. America's team is Lance McCullers Jr.
Wolfman Lance, as we like to call him.
I like this matchup. It's going to be a Lance versus Lance game.
Yes, Lance Lynn is taking the mound for the White Sox as well. Russ, I'm going to ask you first. And please don't be, how can I say, cocky? But give me your honest, full take. What do you think will happen tomorrow?
Okay, well, so Lance is definitely going to go the full distance, and he's going to do something that we're not allowed to talk about at baseball games.
What's he going to do?
We're not allowed to talk about it in the process of it occurring.
I don't get it. Can you please elaborate? What?
Wait, say that again.
Say it again. Mike.
He's going to get the W.
You're saying
I heard what
we're
he said.
going to lose Game 1.
That's not what I said.
He said he's going to pitch a perfect game.
I said Lance is going to pitch a perfect game.
Lance Lynn.
No,
Lance McCullers.
Oh my.
Prince Lance.
Lance Lynn's going to get knocked out in the first inning.
Okay.
Record 2 outs. He's going to do worse than Garrett Cole.
Okay, to piggyback off what you're saying, because I've talked to.
Okay.
We know our legendary Astros little telecast person named Jeff Blum, don't we?
Yes.
I asked Jeff Blum, that last game, actually, asking about like how he think, because obviously, for people who don't know who Jeff Blum is, he actually played on the White Sox in 2005 and was a part of that sweep of us.
Versus the Astros, ironically.
Yeah,
Yes.
and he saw the light and came back to Houston. Anyways,
Yeah.
Continue, Court.
Basically, I had asked him. I said, Blum, what you think about us going against the White Sox? You want to know what his reaction was?
What was
I
his
was
reaction?
there. I was there. I can testify to this. This actually did happen. I did witness it.
His first reaction, of course, he did that same smirk like he always does, and he told me, he's like, we can beat him. It's like Lance Lynn pitches very well against everybody else, but against the Astros, we wipe him off the floor. That can happen again if you think about it.
Town.Digital, what do you have to say?
I totally agree about Lance Lynn, because Lance Lynn has historically struggled against us when he was with the Texas Rangers, and I believe he has like a 13 and up ERA against us. So I'm not concerned at all against Lance Lynn. I'm more worried about their offense
And
than
again,
anything.
Okay.
and against the Astros, Lance Lynn is actually 1-6. 1-6.
Lance Lynn struggles tremendously against us. I believe the Astros will have more issues with Carlos Rodon and Giolito.
Giolito took us to town.
Okay,
Whenever
okay.
I was there in Chicago,
Okay,
like,
now
he handled up.
He went almost the whole game.
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0 actually. And actually, going about Rodon, actually, Town.Digital, I don't know if Rodon might be the same Rodon that we saw that first game when we pitched here, because that velocity ain't there right now.
That's true.
So we can take him out too.
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to mention. Even though he's been injured, I don't think Rodon is going to be that
As effective.
good, as he was during the regular season. He was even a Cy Young candidate.
Am I the only... Hold on, time out. Am I the only person that's terrified of the White Sox?
I don't know why you're so scared.
Why am I not so scared?
It's the offense that he's actually worried about.
Yes. Tim Anderson, Jose Abreu, Jake Berger. Well, not him. I just wanted to say his name. But Jose Abreu, Tim Anderson.
Luis Robert.
Yes.
Eloy Jimenez, the big baby.
Yes.
Who I did see, by the way, batting today at practice.
How did that go?
Oh my God, he was hitting it out the park. But at the same, okay. Since we're talking about postseason and we're talking about our opponent here, I've talked to you many times on this subject, many times about the White Sox, and you remember this.
Yes.
I was actually watching a small sample of what we're facing, basically, including our games, of course, against them. But I looked at a specific game against one of the division rivals, obviously which is a weak division anyway, against the Cleveland Indians. The one thing that the Astros really have to be aware of is basically where you pitch the ball against those top 3 guys.
Where do they pitch the ball?
Never.
Where they pitch the ball? Do you know about the control? The control.
Well, okay. I was going there too. You also have to watch your control and command when it comes to these guys, because anything that you mess up on, they will sniff it out.
Have you seen their splits versus winning teams and losing teams? I don't understand why you're so scared. Their splits are ridiculous. As Corben was saying, they're in a 4 division. They literally are not very well against good teams, and that's what the Astros are, good teams.
And if you think about it, if they don't get the lead on you, basically, I've watched their games. If they don't get the lead on you early, they're not gonna come back. They're not coming back.
Okay, maybe I'm a little nervous, but
You see our point.
Yes, I do see us point, but
Where did we play in Chicago than here in Houston?
Absolutely.
Because remember, I don't think the White Sox won a single game against us when they came here in Houston.
they didn't. They got
4-0.
yeah, they got swept. I was there for one of them games. Anyways,
Which was your birthday.
yes, it was. Anyways, I don't want to talk about my birthday. Anyways,
Let's not
besides
talk
the
about
point, I think towards the end of the season they got really hot, and their hitting is just ridiculous as it is. But postseason experience does play a factor, and it does play a key in a lot of things.
That's all I wanted you to say.
Okay, and I've noticed that it does. They are gonna play. It is gonna play. It's a big factor.
They got a small sample last season.
Right, but there was no fans.
Yeah,
they
there
had
was no
nothing
fans.
supporting. Like
Yes.
That doesn't count.
let me ask you a question. They played in Oakland last year, right?
Yes, because the higher seeds had
Right.
the home field
They
advantage.
played in Oakland. Did they win the division last year?
No, the Twins did actually.
They didn't win the division last year.
No. The White Sox. The White Sox.
No, they didn't.
Oh, the White Sox last year.
It was
I
the
don't
Minnesota
think so. I think it was the Twins.
Oh, and what happened to them in the postseason, Corben?
Well, basically,
Actually,
like
I don't
it
think
go-
it was the Twins because they played the wild card against us last year. I just
Yeah.
forgot who won their division last year.
Look.
they finished in second place.
Look.
Let's
All
keep it
I'm
that way.
saying is that I can't stress this enough. Chicago's gonna be tough, and over there, especially, the South Side is the worst part of town. And imagine how they feel, bro. Like they rep South Side a lot.
Yo, Marco, are you okay? You're sweating bullets over there.
Dude, I'm
like,
not-
you're like super red, and like you got veins popping out of your head. You're like really concerned about this.
I am 100% concerned.
Looks like he'll be turning into the Incredible Hulk. If,
Look,
if
do I
this-
think? Okay, look.
Yeah.
Do I think the Stros are gonna win the series? Yes, because it has to come back to Houston, regardless. If it has
No,
to
we're gonna
go.
win it on the road.
Okay, what makes you think we can't win this series in 4 games,
Hot
Marco?
take. We're not
What makes
winning
you
in
think we can't
Chicago.
win in 3 games?
We're not winning in Chicago. We're not.
Well,
we're
there's
not winning in Chicago.
well, there's
We
a-
can't hit in Chicago.
Well, there's
I
a-
was there. I saw it. We
But-
can't hit.
But we squeezed the game out of them,
we only
Marco.
scored 1 run.
Sample size bias, recency bias. We can do it.
Marco,
I'm just
there's
scared.
an old saying in which I always say in
I don't blame you.
my
I'm worried about going to Chicago. Here
Oh!
in Spain, I'm confident. And thank God we're playing with home field advantage because that way, if there's a game 5, we can seal the deal and then move on and probably face Tampa Bay.
Thank you. Now, I think the full roster was healthy at that time too.
yes, it was.
So if we only squeezing out 1 run in 2 days, mention that one of the games was nationally televised on Fox that Saturday. Yeah.
But I want to counter you with this though.
Okay.
That's regular season. This is postseason.
Oh my-
You don't have to score 10 runs to get a win.
Okay, I understand that, but the postseason in Chicago is
Something that hasn't been there for a while.
Thank you.
no.
We're in church, in other words.
No. The postseason lives in Chicago. It does with other sports. Maybe not with the White Sox.
obviously the Cubs.
I've seen how it is with the Cubs. I saw what it was like with
my
my
Lord.
Chicago Blackhawks that won
Oh my
3
God.
Stanley Cups in 5 years, 6 years, I'm sorry, that's a dynasty. That town was going bonkers during the postseason.
Okay,
my point is, it doesn't matter who.
So what you're saying is all those hockey fans are going to show up to the White Sox game? Is that what you're saying?
Are you kidding me?
Those are the most bandwagon fans ever then.
Look, I don't care. It's just
It's very nerve-wracking on this series.
They take everything to a whole different level. They're more tougher than the crowd in New York. They're more tougher than the crowd in.
Whoa, wait a minute. Really?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Really?
It is like that.
I can feel the heat over here from that hot take.
How can you say that for a team that had to suffer for 15
Dude,
years
I don't care.
straight?
It's just how it is. You're speaking to a Chicago fan. I know how it is. I'm not a fan of the White Sox.
New York, I think it's debatable because the New York Yankees are.
Okay, I get it. But look, my point being, that town is hot right now.
We can go back and forth in this all night, Marco.
Dude, I'm glad. I'm willing to go back and forth on it. But this town,
once again,
right now that town is hot. They don't care about the Cubs right now.
Yeah, after 15 years. After 15 years.
They don't care about the Blackhawks. Well, I wouldn't say that. But my point being is when it's a whole different vibe to that city right now, and that city is on a 10.
For 15 years, ever since 2005,
Dude,
and then you had a
care.
small sample last season. Now they get another sample this season.
I don't care. It's just a tough place to play.
2005. We don't talk about.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. And
why?
and you
Why
tell
don't
me.
we call about why? What happened? What happened?
Obviously, we got
What happened in
swept.
2005?
We got swept.
The season ended when the Astros won the National League pennant. In my mind.
I know this is a Houston sports podcast, but I'm tired of everybody not believing me whenever I say Chicago is one of the toughest places.
Hey, Marco.
I've been part of that fan base, bro. I know how it is.
Marco, I don't believe you.
Wow. That's okay. You know what? That's fine.
Part of me wants to believe you, but you know me. I'm like on both sides of the fences. It's like one part I want to believe you, but at the same time, I see the experience versus the youth. Look at that team. I mean, literally. Don't get me wrong. They got some monsters. They
are monsters.
Some monsters, actually.
Yes.
But guess what? We got the experience.
Yes.
The experience is going to outdo everything.
I always say experience over numbers.
Okay, then what you worried about?
It's just that we can't
what are you
perform
worried
out
about?
there. If Lance isn't on the mound, we can't perform out there. And the series that I went to literally spoke for itself.
Okay, hearing from Houston Sports Map. Shout out to Houston Sports Map, actually. I had a question on this, actually. Would you pitch Fromber on 2 days rest? Because that's one thing they said.
No, he can't pitch in Chicago. Moving on.
Okay, thank you.
It's October.
He can't pitch in Chicago. Town.Digital, please. What do you have to say about
our young core pitchers who have to step up?
Oh my God! So that's actually the main concern about going to Chicago. We don't have our top two arms in the rotation to go play in Chicago. We're not playing with the young ones. We have to go play with. I'm not saying Urquidy is the rookie or have to have postseason experience, but it's not the same as having Lance playing an away game than Urquidy. So I believe this was going to happen, right? So game 3 is going to be Garcia. He's going to struggle. He's not going to make it past 4 innings, and we'll have to rely on the bullpen. And
why is it okay? Sorry to cut you off, but why is he going to struggle? Why?
Because he's going to feel the postseason pressure of playing at a away game in such a hostile environment in southern Chicago. I know how it is because I've seen it, and I have a couple of friends that been to games over there.
Yeah. So y'all don't wanna believe me anymore? Y'all don't wanna believe me anymore. Our young pitchers. That's another concern that I have is the bullpen and the starting pitchers that we have.
Okay, so I remember some concerns about young.
He's just going to collapse after Luis Garcia probably doesn't go past 50 pitches or probably 60 pitches, and that'll be it. 4 innings and he's over. And then the game 4 I think is winnable because obviously the experience of Urquidy is gonna be helpful, but then the bullpen is gonna have to carry the load.
Okay, H-Town did.
Serious, so we don't have to play in Houston anymore. But again, I don't think we're gonna win in Chicago. That's just me.
And I'm glad I'm not the only person that thinks that. Corb, you wanted to say something.
Okay, H-Town.Digital. I can hit you back with this, in which I can actually agree with you on. The one concern that I do have is basically our main pitchers. Is our young pitchers. And guess what? Let me just ask you this question. What's the one? And I know you can get this. What's the one thing that Fromber, Luis Garcia, Salsa, who I like to call him, and Jose Urquidy, what do they all have in common in which they all struggle with?
So I'll probably say they all struggle with having runners on base, and they struggle when they have to go to the top of the lineup for the second or third time. That's what I've seen, at least. You probably have a different answer. They get nervous. That's what I've noticed. They lose their command when there's like men on base.
Okay, that plays into my point, but the basic thing I was really trying to say is that, I mean, the one thing I always have a problem with them is that when they start losing that command, they walk people in the early inning, like, and then you gotta wait 20 pitches later for them to get out the first inning.
Lawyer, I know you have some concern with the pitching. It's every Astros fan. You have to have
some type of concern.
I hear these.
We don't have a true ace. As much as people want to give credit to McCullers, he's not an ace. I love McCullers. He's one of my favorite Astros, but he's not an ace.
He's not an ace. He's not the ace. He's the future of the Astros. That's what he is.
What are we saying?
Yeah, he's the future, but as of right now, easy ace will be Greinke on his prime, which is not the case, or Justin Verlander.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, H-Town.Digital. Hold on.
Wait, bro, what are you saying?
Space Lord, go ahead. Hit you.
I don't think the data supports that. I mean, if you look at the ERA numbers, Lance is up there in one of the top 5 or top 3 or something like that.
Lance finished number 2 behind Robbie Ray in ERA at 3.16. Does that not tell you that that this is basically the Wolfman Lance's redemption? Think about it.
Well, that's in terms of aces,
I don't know that. It's just that, I'm used to the veterans, the old man veterans as your ace. That's just me. I'm like old school like that.
And here's the thing, too, about McCullers. When he gets to the World Series, he can knock in an RBI.
Wow.
That is true.
Okay. Time out.
Go ahead, Mar.
But, dude, yeah, I do agree that McCullers is the best pitcher in this rotation. I'll say that. But ace, I probably have to go see it in the postseason.
It's a whole different ball game in the postseason, gentlemen.
And this is basically I'll say our best, the opponent's lineup. This is like technically the best lineup we faced.
So I get these concerns about pitching, but I remember in the 2019 World Series, people are like, "Oh, how's Urquidy gonna do? He's just a rookie." He went out there and he pitched lights out. And then, just last year, people are like, "Oh, how's Framber Valdez gonna do in the postseason?"
That is true.
So all these concerns about these young pitchers when they're young, I don't really think they're valid, because I think that these players and pitchers rise to the occasion. I think that's a testament to what Brett Strong can do as a pitching coach.
Yeah, wow,
Fromber, he dropped the mic on that. Literally dropped the mic. But Fromber did give us a sample of what he's made of. And when he got into trouble, who stepped up to actually talk him out of that, that shock mode? Correa did. And look what he did.
Pay him.
Pay him.
Pay the man the money he deserves. Gentlemen,
He needs to get paid. I still don't understand how there's people that don't think he deserves of what he's asking for. Look what Lindor and freaking Tatis got, and then they're nowhere close at what Correa defensively. He leads the MLB in WAR. Come on now.
yeah, I'm just really concerned.
Boggling.
Yes, I'm really concerned. Do I think we could take the Sox here at home?
5 games, yeah.
Absolutely, we can beat them here
3
at home.
games.
Wow, you see, he's really sticking with a sweep.
I have no choice because in Chicago it's going to be hell.
It is.
Get your brooms ready.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
He said, "Get the
Even
broom."
though Game 4, I think is winnable. I'll say that. Win 4 is
Well, we don't know the matchup. Well, we don't know the matchup for Game 3 or
Doesn't
4
matter.
yet.
It's probably gonna be Giolito.
Again?
Doesn't matter.
Think about it. If they in that desperate situation to get a win, they'll
They
probably
still have Rodon. They still have.
Dylan Cease.
Yes.
Those are the 4 guys that they was
Well,
going
I'm not
with.
scared of Dylan Cease.
I'm not scared of Dylan Cease. Hell no.
Give us Keuchel.
Oh.
Hey, we asked the A's for Mike Fiers and he didn't show up nowhere, nothing but as a rat on a piece of cheese.
Look,
So
time out.
Come out the Stewart's fires and face us.
Before we get into the next topic of discussion, I want to once again shout out the Flat Bar for hosting us here at their beautiful bar very chill.
Over here in the Heights and Montrose area.
I feel very relaxed after I let out all that. Like, I feel so relaxed.
I gotta say, I've been to quite a few bars in my lifetime, and I think this one's a very chill place, and I highly recommend it.
Dude, it's
Come
so
visit the
cool.
flat.
It's so cool. I love it. The vibe is astonishing.
We might as well come back.
Well, we might as well. So, back to the point of discussion. We are still here, live from the flat, like I said. Postseason preview for our beloved Houston Astros, America's team, literally, the Houston Astros. Gentlemen, my next point of discussion is, who is going to be in the bullpen? The lineup has not been announced yet on who's going to be in the bullpen, but who do y'all believe is going to be coming out that bullpen? Russ, I'm going to start with you. Go ahead.
I'd like to say Odorizzi, but I don't even think he should be on the roster.
Okay. No, I'm with you on that.
We been said that.
I'm with you on
We
that.
been said
Odorizzi
that.
should not be on the roster, but we will see him.
But they did announce they will have the lineups tomorrow morning. I believe.
A lot of people out there are saying something to the effect of maybe Greinke should be our game one starter, or he should be a starter of this. But like, honestly, if you're saying that kind of talk, you really haven't been watching the Astros. Greinke hasn't been that well. So as much as I want Greinke in the bullpen, I don't know, man.
It depends on the situation. I'll say that for sure.
Town.Digital, who we're seeing in the bullpen?
But you didn't answer the question, Russ.
So I'll obviously go start with Grayman, the biggest acquisition, even though he struggled throughout the season, especially towards the end. Obviously, Presley is our closer. Greinke, I believe he's also going to be in the bullpen for long inning situations. I'll probably go with Phil Maton. Unfortunately, he's probably my least favorite bullpen
Who did he say?
acquisition, but I feel like James Leake is going to put his hand in there and force Dusty to have him in there. Another guy I don't trust, but I know is going to be there, is Jimmy Garcia and Brooks Raley.
Town.Digital, I'll get back to you on
This
that.
weird relationship with Dusty, so he's going to be there no matter what.
I remember.
And probably the last person in the bullpen that I'm probably going to add in there, it's Stanek and Christian Javier. Okay. Russ, I'm gonna.
Russ, he's disappointed over there.
Russ, please tell me.
Just tell your point, man.
Who's in the bullpen, bro?
Give us your point. Come on. Hit us with it.
I don't really think Phil Maton should even be in the bullpen. I don't even think he should be on the roster.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. I've been saying that to so many people, and there's people still defending him and making excuses for Phil Maton.
But the thing is, Town.Digital says that him and Dusty Baker have this wild, really weird relationship to where he's gonna make that postseason roster.
Phil Maton is the new Brooks Raley, and Brooks Raley.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Raley.
Raley and Dusty.
Phil Maton is the new Brooks Raley, and Brooks Raley is the new Ferrari, with his numbers.
Jesus.
You just laying it on them.
Look, okay, fellas. Can we just get one thing straight? All
Okay.
three of y'all. That Odorizzi will be in the bullpen. Whether we like it or not, it's gonna happen.
Possibility.
Nah, don't even put him on the roster.
Don't say that, Mar.
Okay,
And here's a hot take.
Bring an extra batter.
I'd rather have Odorizzi in the pen than Phil Maton as of right now.
yes, I agree with that. I'd rather have Odorizzi in the pen than Maton.
Yeah, to mop up some innings if something should go
Okay.
wrong.
If we want to put it like this, put it straight like this, let's be real. Maton and Odorizzi, they were in that division for a while. So apparently Dusty sees something in which they probably know that he doesn't know, because it was they were in that division for a while. Okay, am I right?
I don't know if I have that much faith in Dusty.
But think about it.
Who doesn't have a lot of faith in Dusty? I'm sorry to cut you off, but who
Okay,
doesn't?
You good, Mar? We good.
Who doesn't? I'm venting out here.
Questionable calls.
These are all compressed feelings that I've been dying to get out ever since we clinched, or even whenever after the All-Star
but I
break.
think though, as much as the Dusty situation goes, I do think that this time, however, he is going to rise to the occasion because he is facing Tony La Russa,
Who he hasn't beaten a postseason matchup since 2002.
Exactly, his arch nemesis. They have a rivalry that goes back, since the beginning.
Ever since
of time.
they became coaches.
The beginning of time, actually.
Yes.
Yes, okay, maybe I could see that being a factor, and I could maybe see why there's going to be a little bit more edge
Yeah.
to the Stros this postseason.
I saw a game once where it was Dusty Baker versus Tony La Russa, where he brought the closer in to like the second inning to face a batter. You guys know which game I'm talking about? And Tony La Russa was so PO.
I know what game you're talking about, but just
It's all on YouTube.
Yeah, just look at beef history.
I am not. Look, it might happen this series. Presley might be coming out like in the second inning because that's how much.
Oh my god.
That's how much Dusty Baker hates
I don't
Tony La
even
Russa.
trust. I don't even trust Presley.
We only trust Presley.
Oh, you don't trust him?
Hey,
Hang on, H.
I'm gonna go in.
You don't trust him?
Dude, I've been thinking about it for the last 48 hours because I swear I woke up with nightmares thinking that Presley was gonna pitch against Luis Robert and somehow Luis Robert was gonna smack it out the park. That's how.
30% trust and 30% mistrust.
Both you and Corb were talking at the same time.
Sorry, Town.Digital, go
So,
ahead.
Town.Digital, you say what you gotta say.
Oh, I have to say it again? Oh, I didn't realize Corbin was speaking at the same time.
That's all good. You can go ahead.
Alright, so going back to what I was saying that I do trust Presley as a closing reliever, not as a tying situation reliever. So it all depends on how Dusty uses him, because Presley, first of all, he's not supposed to be the closer, but somehow this season he's been lights out for most of the season as a closer. But I do not want him in non-saving situations. In that sense, just put Stanek or Grayman.
Corb, what you were saying.
I'll be honest with you. As much as I love Presley, and I have been vouching for him because it ain't his fault last season that Roberto Osuna blew his elbow out. He has been low-key lights out and has been like one of the overlooked closers in the around MLB, obviously, which he will put all that on the test against both Craig Kimbrell and Liam Hendricks, obviously.
Yeah, not to mention them, yeah.
Yes, but I mean, at the same time, I've been having nightmares. Like I swear, it's like I hope it just does not turn into a scenario where if Luis Robert is at the plate and Presley is trying to literally close the game or keep the game, keep the lead. If it's a 1-run lead, basically, I hope it doesn't end with him actually throwing a pitch that gets launched out the park. That's the one thing I don't want to happen.
Yes. And I can agree with you on that. I can agree.
Yeah, I can.
I'm just extremely stressed to the max about this series because if we were going against Tampa Bay, I wouldn't be as stressed. If we were going against somebody else, I wouldn't be that stressed. But
this is the nastiest lineup I think we've had to face in our whole 5-year run.
yes.
Other than the Yankees, although we made them swing at everything.
And if we would have win, okay, thinking about it, if we would have win against the Yankees this postseason, I honestly wouldn't be as terrified as I am with the White Sox. Well, that's why I'm so scared of the White Sox is because they're just more consistent. That's just it.
And Tony La Russa is also old school as well.
Imagine, dude, the Stros. That's been the whole story this season. The Stros are so inconsistent. You never know when they're gonna turn off. Look, I'm gonna say it again. Are we gonna win Game 1? Probably so. Are we gonna win Game 2? Maybe. Yes. Game 3 or 4 if necessary. I don't know.
And also, by the way, to talk about some other reports, actually, we did hear, if y'all didn't hear today, I heard Jose Abreu actually had flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
And he's actually going to be getting on the plane tonight, heading over tomorrow.
Is it okay if I come back in 5 minutes?
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Very important. Yeah.
Do what you gotta do. Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but the thing is that I heard today is that Jose Abreu was not at practice today, mainly because of flu-like symptoms, in which he was still in Chicago, and the fact that I was like, okay, I said that could play a factor into, but at the same time, I heard Jose Abreu, because of these flu-like symptoms, he'll actually be getting on the plane tonight and heading over to be in Houston tomorrow morning. So. And it'll be a game time decision by the time he gets here. Anything you got to say about that, Mar? Doesn't play.
I'm just so speechless, dude.
You're stressed, man.
I'm very stressed.
This is the most stressful series I've ever seen you be. Let's be real.
I don't see why you're worried. I'm not concerned at all.
Dude, this is
How can you not be concerned about the White Sox?
His Chicago ties run
the
deep.
Astros.
No, but it's his Chicago ties run deep, and he's seen everything that goes down there. Am I right, Mar?
Yes, you are.
That's why he's so concerned. By the way, are your folks, let me ask you this. Are your folks that are White Sox fans, are they going to be in town, or are they going to be...
No, they're there. They're going to be...
Are they going to be in town?
Town as in
Here in Houston.
probably not. If they were, I mean that'd be cool, but I doubt it.
I would just want to talk to them like what makes them so passionate about, White Sox basically.
Wow, I just seen something on my phone right now, and I'm gonna say it on the pod. But Russ, I want to get your reaction on it first. I want to get your reaction.
I'm speechless. Is that
Yeah.
true? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Am I really seeing this right now?
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what's going on right now in the world of baseball, the Los Angeles Dodgers and
the crybabies.
and the St. Louis Cardinals are playing a game, win or go home, in Dodger Stadium. Dodger Stadium is nearly half empty, way beyond first pitch in a win or go home playoff game. Wow.
What happened to being a loyal fan base?
That is crazy.
God, y'all worse than Tampa Bay Rays.
They are walking away like Joe Kelly.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh my
comment
God,
on
bro.
that. No comment on that.
I ain't gonna say nothing else on that. Nothing else.
Oh man, wow. Another breaking development. Max Scherzer is done after 4.1 innings, 1 ER, 4 Ks, 3 BBs, and 3 hits.
Say that again.
He is done. Max Scherzer is done after 4.1 innings, 1 ER, 4 strikeouts, 3 BBs, and 3 hits. The prize possession, the crown jewel,
The so-called reinforcement of that lineup is done after 4 innings.
It could be worse.
Welcome to the Garrett Cole situation, Mad
It
Max.
could be a lot worse. He could be in prison.
Oh! And by the way, did you see Trevor Bauer? Speaking of prison, did you hear about Trevor Bauer's post?
Tyler Bauer.
Tyler Bauer, actually, we like to call him. Did you hear about his post that he sent?
No, what was the post?
Basically, he was talking about that there's disclosed information which he's not going to talk about. But obviously, it looks like he's a free man right now. But you're not even on the team.
Listen,
oh my God, look, I understand this episode is a postseason preview, I get that, but here's the thing, fellas, it is a Chicago team in the postseason. I understand where you're coming from, brother.
Chicago team that we're gonna eat like deep dish pizza.
Hey, don't talk about my deep dish pizza like that. My God.
Woo! By the way, I have visited Chicago. That deep dish pizza is the bomb.
Yeah. Yep, it is. I don't have any words. Corb, take it away for just a second. I just gotta recollect everything, man. I'm so stressed out to the max. I'm glad I have a platform to where I can vent where I'm talking about, and I'm glad to know that I'm not the only person. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the only person that feels this way. And to be honest with you, don't take Chicago lightly, bro.
I'm not taking them lightly.
Don't take Chicago lightly.
Astros in 3.
Gotta leave, Russ.
Wow. No comment.
You're talking to a man dresses up in an astronaut suit. What would you expect?
You're right.
Astros in 3.
I have.
All 3 of those games going to be blowouts too.
Oh my God. You're just adding on to my freaking.
You're adding on to the fire.
Why are you stressed out? I don't understand why you're stressed
Why am I not?
Are we gonna keep repeating this all night? I mean, let's be real. It's a Chicago team, right? Your bloodline runs back there, correct?
Yes.
And this is a team that we just cannot, just sweep under the rug.
Maybe if this was like 5 years from now, but like they're still very young.
No comment. Anything else you want to say about the postseason games? Oh, I forgot to tell say what you have to say.
No, I'm gonna let you continue before I say my point.
Okay. Well,
Take the
pitching
lead.
matchups again. Game 1, McCullers versus Lynn. Game 2 will be Valdez versus Giolito. My God, I'm so scared.
So Giolito is taking game 2. I
yes, that's it.
He's saving Rodon, I can tell.
Yes. So the start times for these games. Game 1 is going to be tomorrow, Thursday, 3:07 p.m. Central Time. Game 2 will be on Friday, 1:07 p.m. Central Time. Game 3 on Sunday, 7:07 p.m. Central Time during Sunday Night Football.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
As much as I want to pay attention to fantasy football that night, I really want to pay attention to my Stros.
You know, Sunday Night Football is going to be big. It's the Chiefs versus the Bills.
Last season's AFC title game.
Well,
Chiefs are an embarrassment this year.
no comment. Game one.
I'll back you up. He's got Pat Mahomes on his fantasy team. So come on.
Me too.
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking about Mar has Pat Mahomes on his fantasy team, so that's why he's looking at you that way.
Game 1 and 3 are going to be on FS1. Game 2 is going to be on MLB Network. Don't know why they gave the Stros the MLB Network game, and I don't know why. I don't understand.
I've run the numbers on when we play on MLB Network, and they're very good.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is.
Okay.
But another thing is,
I really don't know that. I made that up.
no, but they are.
They are good on MLB
Yes.
Network when
Yes,
they play?
yes.
That's a statistic.
Yes.
Okay, then. Astros in 3.
Oh my God. Really, Russ?
You don't get to handle this confidence?
No, I can't.
I mean, if it was against somebody else, yeah, I'm going to be saying that because I know the history of us between us and that
So
team.
if this was against the Tampa Bay Rays, you guys would still have these level of nerves, or you wouldn't be concerned?
I wouldn't be as concerned, but I'll be kind of concerned because they were the best team in the American League, so...
Okay, the Red Sox. Would you be concerned if it was the Red Sox?
No, because we've handled them pretty good this year.
And second of all, I kept telling him the whole season, I'm like, dude, there's a hole in the shield.
What about on the other side of the bracket? Would you guys be concerned about the Dodgers?
No, I'm not concerned about that.
Oh my God, we be fighting all night basically, so to get a win.
What about the Cardinals? You wouldn't be concerned about the Cardinals?
I'm kind of concerned about them because they're hot.
hot.
Only the reason why I would only be scared of the Cardinals is because we're going against the best defense around the whole MLB basically.
Right.
At every position. That's it.
What about the Giants? Would you be concerned about the Giants?
Yes, they are one of the best teams in
Basically,
baseball.
what I'm hearing you guys say is that it doesn't matter who they play. You'd be concerned unless it was the Red Sox. That's essentially what I just heard.
You playing mind games with us, Russ?
I'm just running through all the possibilities.
Look, my level of concern is with
I'm
this.
just trying to calm you guys down.
No, yeah, look,
That you'd be concerned no matter what, unless it were the Red Sox.
I'm gonna be concerned regardless. We're going up one against the best teams in baseball. The best teams in baseball right now, to me,
Or the
is
Astros.
well, that's one of them.
That's one of them.
That is the one.
The best team in baseball, record-wise, it's San Francisco, right?
Yeah, San Francisco won 107 games, right?
Yes, they won 107 games for a reason. It's going to be them. Another team I will be concerned about is the Cardinals because the Cardinals are going to be mad that Washington Nationals by from 2019. They're extremely hot, and that's another team I would be concerned about.
I'll tell you one team that I wouldn't be concerned about.
Who?
New York.
Wow. I walked in on that one, didn't I?
Even if they didn't get eliminated, I still wouldn't be concerned.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
That is true.
Oh, well, maybe. They had the Astros number this year. The Astros only beat them twice.
But then at the same time, it's like they would be, if they had to win last night, obviously they're going to be looking for revenge against the Rays anyway, trying to beat out that system. Think about it.
Money doesn't solve all problems. As
True.
we have just seen the Yankees taking a fall to the Tampa Bay that doesn't even have that much.
Yeah, Garrett Cole, 9 years, $324 million, out in 2 innings.
As an affiliate of myself, I can say that I'm ashamed of his performance.
Come back to Houston.
No, he left. Once you're out, you're
I
out.
was being sarcastic, Mar.
Oh,
Come on.
thank you.
You know that.
Oh my gosh. Anything?
Same. Without the spider tag, he's not the same.
Ooh, wow. You just dropping bombs
Anything
tonight.
else you want to say about the Astros?
He's like Samson. He gets all of his power from his beard and his hair. You go to the Yankees, you cut that off, and he's got nothing. He's like neutered.
This is very entertaining, and bars are being spit from every angle. At the bar.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Anything else you want to say about the Astros?
Come on.
Astros in 3.
Anything else you want to say about the Astros, Corb?
Control, command, Dominate the White Sox. I don't care if it goes to 5 games. We still taking this.
I'll tell you what my biggest concern about the Astros is.
Please.
You gonna tell the truth?
Are you going to tell the truth?
I'm gonna tell the truth.
No jokes.
My biggest concern about the Astros is, and I came to this conclusion watching them the last couple of games at Minute Maid Park. My biggest concern is their security, because they cannot run people down onto the field.
I said no
There needs
joke.
to be more hustle from them, and honestly, I think those security guards need to be left off the postseason roster.
I'm going to have a damn heart attack.
I know, right?
Jesus.
We said tell the truth, no jokes.
And I'm not joking. It's an embarrassment. Like, they made a complete mockery of those security guards with their slick athletic moves.
Anyways, this is the postseason, so buckle up and be ready because it's going to be one wild ride.
Texans.
Spit it out. Spit it out. Spit it out, Corb. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Make us proud, Lance. That's for sure. Make us proud. Kill them dead.
Wolfman Lance. We need to check if tomorrow's a full moon, if he's going to be at his full strength.
No comment.
Oh my God. No comment.
Da 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 da.
You jumped the gun. I hope you knew that. But that's fine. That's okay with me. Because with this music, that means it's football time on Space City Sports Talk. Yeah, I did it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, Town.Digital, how we feeling about football time?
Oh god, not happy at all. Maybe for the other teams, I'm enjoying seeing other teams progress and looking better from last season, but definitely not about this hometown. It's all over the place.
Yeah, I could tell why. I could tell. So
The Panthers, I'm actually happy to see them do better than what they were last season. Look at their DB group. They traded for Stephon Gilmore only for a 6th-round pick, which is crazy.
yeah, I thought that was pretty sorry, but you know what it is. Russ, what do you have to say about the Texans?
I'm having this weird sensation coming across all of my body. I know we were just talking about baseball, but I'm getting some weird sensation and feeling. It must be that football feeling.
Wow. Wow. So with this music, I'm going to go in with the Texans did. The Texans storm in Buffalo, New York on a stormy day. Or afternoon, if you want to say.
And got snowed on.
40-0.
I'm watching the game.
40-0. Davis Mills was just awful. Just awful.
The man only threw 11 for 21 and for 87 yards and 4 interceptions.
I have no words.
That's
Oh
like
my
David
God.
Carr levels of futility.
Oh
my God. Wow.
You mentioned David Carr.
I mean, I might have liked it better when we didn't have a football team in Houston.
No,
At least we didn't get destroyed like that.
no comment.
No comment.
Hey, Sean,
I'll take it back though.
Yeah,
To be realistic here, I think the Texans put up a really good fight. They did lose to the number.
Oh,
one.
shut
my God.
up.
How can you say they put up a fight and they didn't put up no points?
Listen to the logic here. The Bills are the number 1 team in the NFL right now, so possibly they're going to do well against anybody. I'm grasping at straws. The Texans suck.
They are very
They're
sorry.
indefensible.
They suck.
They're very sorry.
And by the way, how many more games they got to play this month, Mar?
3 more?
Which means I'm three more losses away from being right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we lost connection with Town.Digital. Anyways, this is.
I don't know if I can take 3 more months of that football feeling.
I know I can't. Town.Digital, over there.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, sorry. We lost connection. What do you have to say about the Texans' pitiful performance on Sunday?
Let's be real, 40-0.
I simply expect blowout, considering how terrible Davis Mills, or whatever his name is. I don't want to say his real name because he doesn't deserve it, but okay. Davis Mills looked horrible. as expected. The run game couldn't get going. The defense held up as much as they could, even with missing start and key players, regardless of how limited talent-wise they are. So this was not a surprise to me at all. I mean, I didn't even watch the game. I just listened to the radio and then watched the highlights, and not gonna lie, I almost threw up.
And you're not the only one. I was grilling for my family, like how I do every Sunday.
Yeah, you do grill some good chicken, I'll tell you that for sure.
I almost threw it up. I couldn't even eat from what I was seeing.
Wow!
That football feeling must be indigestion.
That is that football feeling in Houston.
Regurgitating all that sensation.
What has this team come to? Honestly, what has it come to?
Down to a bunch of Jack Easterby loyalists.
Yes, it's Pastor's choir, church choir. That's what the Texans are.
Singing the daily message of failure.
This is Pop Warner football.
Wow.
He said Pop Warner.
Pop Warner.
Pop Warner, huh?
Yeah.
I can't even get. Oh my gosh.
Davis Mills needs to work at the local Kroger because
He does need a little work.
Because he gets,
no. You know why?
Because he gets sacked a lot.
Oh my.
Locals too.
Oh man.
That is terrible.
I'm not going to stick my neck out and try to defend him.
No, I'm not defending him.
I'm not defending him either. I mean,
He's sorry.
Knock on wood, his neck.
But here's the thing, though, and there's some positive things about the Texans. They have one of the deepest quarterback benches in all the NFL. They got this guy, number 4, who I hear is really good.
oh my God.
You were just on something today.
Best quarterback in the league, yet they don't play him.
Best quarterback in the league and they don't play.
He's going to get his chance
He's gonna get his chance.
You really believe it?
with another team.
Oh. Let me ask you a question, Russ.
The same one that Trevor Power plays for.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think he's innocent? From a lawyer's perspective.
Come on now, you work in law.
Yeah. Is he innocent?
The truth is I don't have enough facts about the situation in order to reach a conclusion about that, but I do know that we have a civil justice system which is designed to arrive at certain truths, and a jury of his peers may determine one way or the other who is right, and that we have a system in place in order to determine that. But at this moment in time, he's not convicted of any crime. He's not convicted of any crime whatsoever, and there's no reason why they shouldn't play him. They should force his hand. If he really doesn't want to play for them, put him out there and then make him, get sacked all the time. Just don't have him sit out there. This is an embarrassment. Handle the situation better, Texans.
Corb?
I feel like I'm in a funeral home, basically.
A funeral home.
A funeral home.
I'm just so blank on the Texans.
Where all the good goes to die.
Yeah, man, it just feels numb at this point, especially ever since they traded DeAndre Hopkins. But what was happening, the debacle of this offseason, it was just beyond normal in the NFL front office and ownership. I don't know how the NFL hasn't stepped up to see how severe this situation was.
Because he's innocent. There's a third lawyer investigating this. And she came out publicly and said
There's not enough evidence.
Well, there's other evidence being hidden by the public that clearly states that Deshaun Watson is innocent.
Well, one of the problems with our American legal system is that we cannot actually prove somebody innocent. At most, we can only prove that somebody is not guilty, right? Or that they're not civilly liable. That's one of the problems with our system. These days, people expect some sort of scientific tests and DNA evidence to determine whether or not somebody's guilty or not.
Preach.
It's an unfair standard. Things don't really operate like they do on TV.
Oh,
And let the church say amen on that.
I feel bad for the people that are literally forced to go to NRG Stadium, aka the biggest church
In the United States.
I feel bad for what these women have been through, and if they truly have been through that, then justice will be served. But if they have not, I also feel bad for people that are wrongly accused. The truth is, I don't have enough facts on the situation in order to reach a conclusion, because I'm not privy to the types of evidence that either one of these attorneys are to. But I do know that we have a legal system that usually tends to arrive at truth, right? Well, what I can tell you is that He's a football player, and he probably should be playing football.
Amen.
So that I can go boo him.
Wow.
You're gonna go boo Deshaun Watson.
Yo, I want to go to the Texans games and put a bag on my head. That's how embarrassed I am.
No, I'll gladly do that.
I'll do that. I'll join you with it.
I'll go on October 31st and dress myself as Jack Easterby, and then I'll probably have to ask somebody to go to the game with me and dress up as Cal McNair, and we'll say, "We run Houston."
Wow. You're gonna dress up as Pastor E, and you're gonna you're gonna have to get a big person to get.
What are you gonna do? Just wear a garbage bag?
Dress up as Cal McNair and probably have to get a wig.
He said
with
he's
that
gonna
hairline of his.
dress up like Hee Haw McNair and get a wig.
So I think it's actually more appropriate to refer to him as Hee Haw. I know that I've heard of other people refer to him as Tommy Boy, but the problem is that in the Tommy Boy movie, Tommy Boy actually saves the day, and I don't have any confidence in Cal McNair to save the day like in Tommy Boy.
Ooh.
Yeah, Cal McNair goes by a script. I don't think he can even speak for himself. I don't know if you guys saw the interview today. Cal McNair was like looking at him all the time in the interview in a way of saying, "Please don't mess up. Please don't mess up. We talked about this. We talked about it." That's how it looked like. It looks all scripted, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. I really don't have anything else to say about the Texans. Anything else you want to say, Russ? No? Anything you want to say, Corb?
Dead in the water.
Town.Digital, anything else you want to say?
Negative.
All right. Okay. All right, okay. Okay. Okay.
Conspiracy.
Yep.
Framing Deshaun.
Yep. Free Deshaun.
Framing the
Free Deshaun.
Just let him play.
Yep. Y'all hear that music? That TNT music?
Basketball is back in business.
Basketball is indeed back. I cannot wait. Well, actually, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Basketball. The NBA is back in Houston. The Houston Rockets finally kicked off this new age of basketball they are playing here at the Toyota Center, and they kicked it off last night with a bang. A bang. Light the fuse, they say. That's the new catchphrase.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, the Rockets not ready to be taking off yet.
Wow.
Wow, really, Russ?
Look, that's one of the best things we have going for us right now in
Yes.
Houston.
Well, what I like about the Rockets that I don't like about the Texans is the Rockets actually have a very bright future that are in actually good hands.
They have one of the brightest futures in the whole league.
Yeah. Anyways, the Rockets are here. They started last night. They played against
The Washington Wizards.
Yeah, they played against the Wizards.
In which they had won 125 to 119. And let me say this, Mar, KPJ went off last night. 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists on 9 for 17 shooting. 5 for 10 from the three-point line, actually. And then the man himself, Jalen Green, went off for an additional 12 points with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Obviously went 4 for 14 shooting, 0 for 6 from the three-point line, but 4 for 6 from the free throw line. That's a small sample. Although Summer League was a sample, this was also a small sample of what we're in store for with Rockets basketball this season.
And the main takeaway I can get from the game was work on the free throws now.
Exactly.
And it won't bite you in the
rear. Yeah.
later. Russ, did you catch the game last night for the Rockets?
No, it's preseason. People don't watch preseason basketball.
Oh, but that place was
I was
jumping.
watching baseball yesterday, to be honest.
That place was jumping.
Yeah, that place was jumping.
That place was
that's
jumping.
good
Matt
amount of
Buller
fans
did such a good job. It was hard to get me into it, you know.
Did y'all notice the nosebleeds were blocked off last night?
Yeah. I was actually watching.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The nosebleeds were blocked off, so lower bowl seats were to be filled. Those were the only seats available for the people that were in attendance for the game. And it was jumping. That place was honestly jumping as a preseason game.
Because guess what? It's been a year since we actually had fans, so it's like everybody's glad to be back.
Right.
And the future is very bright for them. I mean, if you looked at the starting lineup for that game last year, who they were starting, that's who you're going to be seeing for the next couple of years. Minus maybe Eric Gordon.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
okay.
think it's a toss-up between Tate
Gordon's
or
gonna
House
stay on
or what's it called? I think that those are only two guys I have in mind right now.
Yeah, I really don't have much to say for the Rockets because it's just the preseason. I understand
Yeah.
that, but
It gives us a sample, like we say with baseball, like we say with basketball. We like to watch what's in store for us for the future, you know, and what we're dealing with, and what pieces we can move and what pieces we can keep.
It's like a very good movie trailer, right? You're like sitting there watching a trailer before a movie, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a good movie. I gotta go see that movie. The Rockets are a team to watch in the near future, and we just saw a good preview of them.
yes, we did. Again, it's only the preseason. They tip off on Thursday, tomorrow, against Miami.
Jalen Green, that's going to be, that number 4 jersey is going to be, when you think of number 4 in Houston, you're not going to think about the quarterback in Houston, you're not going to think about Springer, you're going to think of Jalen Green in the near future. That's
Wow.
Well, unfortunately, Daniel House is wearing that number right now, and Jalen Green is wearing number 0.
What, is that real?
Yeah, Jalen Green's number 0 right now.
Daniel House is still on the team.
Yeah.
So
Anyways.
we ain't gonna see a number 4 yet.
Bubble
number 4
legend,
yet.
Rockets bubble legend Daniel House.
Wow. Don't remind me of that. So the Rockets preseason schedule continues tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry. Continues tomorrow against the Miami Heat. 9 o'clock tip-off time. Very late here in the H. Then they go on the road. They go to the 6 in Toronto next Monday. And then they end it in San Antonio. Ended in San Antonio. Anything else you want to say about the Rockets, Russ?
I can't wait to watch this team in the future.
Corb, anything else you want to say?
I'm just ready to get through this whole new season with
I
this
think-
new blood that we got. With the new blood
I
we
think
got.
the most interesting thing about the Rockets right now is how are you going to unload the Wall contract? I mean, this guy is a true professional. He's been at all the press conferences with the general manager talking about how they're going to work something out.
And he hasn't been complaining.
He hasn't been complaining, you know, and like that's the kind of guy you want on your team. Or, well, I mean, they're obviously going to trade him, but like that's a true professional. I have a lot of admiration for John Wall. I mean, other NBA superstars who will remain unnamed who have left the Rockets might have cried on the way out, but I like the way that John Wall has handled this, and whatever team he goes to, I'm definitely going to be rooting for him.
Town.Digital, anything else you want to say?
I'm just excited for the season to start. I want to see this new core, what they can do for this season. I actually have high expectations, and I hope we can get something figured out, like Ross said about John Wall, because John Wall's trade options are going down, and we might have to go on the buyout, you know?
Yeah, it's very possible. Like we said last episode, John Wall will not be doing anything on the court for the Houston Rockets this year, and it is what it is. It has to happen.
He'll
but it
basically be
is
a
what it
consummate professional behind the scenes, basically.
and he's gonna keep it like that. Anything, yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
10-11.
Yep. So I guess what I could say is that I think this episode is done. Episode 20 will probably be uploaded Saturday after games 1 and 2, and I'm just gonna do it straight up Astros. What are you thinking, Corb?
It's the postseason, baby. We gotta talk about our
Let's do it.
Stros. Let's
Russ,
do it.
Are you confirmed for Saturday?
Well, I'll have to check my calendar, but we'll see.
Okay. Saturday morning. Town.Digital, are you confirmed?
For Saturday?
Saturday morning, yeah.
I don't know. Saturday mornings I usually watch cartoons.
Okay. We'll work it out. We'll work out something. Worst case scenario, just be me and Corb. It is what it is. But we will have episode 20 uploaded Saturday, just in time for before game 3. That's the goal. That is the goal.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, because game 4 is on Sunday. Correct. Or game 3 is on Sunday.
Because they got a 1 day. They got a 1 day off day.
Yeah, they have
flight,
1 day off.
which is the flight over.
Oh, that's going to be helpful.
Yeah, I know. Yep. You can find me on social media at OG Big More on literally everything. And also, I'm DJing this Saturday. So if you want to come out from 4 to 10, DJ at
Eastside Vintage.
They're groovy backyard Bash, is that what they're called?
Yeah, Backyard Bash.
Look,
Backyard
literally,
Bash.
I'm DJing it. Y'all come out 4 to 10. I will be there. Again, you can find me on Instagram at OGBigMar. Russ, you want to plug in your socials?
Yeah, so I usually dress up like an astronaut at the Astros game. So if you see a dude dressed up like an astronaut, just give me a wave and say hello.
Corb, you want to plug in your socials?
You can find me on Instagram at cmanmcalpha0430. You can also find me on Twitter at ccarter-Dixon. We are very open to hearing you guys' opinions and questions.
Yes, and you can also subscribe to us on the YouTube channel at Space City Sports Talk. Town.Digital, you want to plug in your socials?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram as Town.Digital, and you can find me on Twitter footballer503, and it's the same name for YouTube as well.
Okay, cool. So with that being said, we appreciate y'all listening. Until the next time, tally ho!
We out.